Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, word to my brethren in the great city of Charlotte, North Carolina. Shout out to the Hornets. Just got a huge win against the Wizards in overtime. Dwight Howard, Kemba, Jeremy Lamb, ballin'. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys that are watching this video, because as this video comes out, I'm pretty sure it'll be Thanksgiving. But boxing talk, Manny Pacquiao. Just made a video about recently how Freddie Roach said that Manny Pacquiao should retire. Manny Pacquiao, now it's being reported, then comes out and says that he is fed up. He's fed up. He's done. Oh, not that he's done, but he's fed up and he's tired and he's just frustrated with the world of politics. And he wants to really go pretty much hard in the yard, hard in the gym as far as his boxing training goes again. So here's what the Boxing Scene article says in regards to Manny Pacquiao. 8th division world champion Manny Pacquiao admits that he's fed up with politics and has considered quitting his job as senator in the Philippines, a position he secured in the national elections in 2016. He then goes on by saying, I quote, "I feel dismayed, discouraged. I want to let go because I'm not used to politicking," as Manny Pacquiao stated earlier this week. He then goes on by saying, I discovered that in politics, you wouldn't know what's real or not. People have many faces. And this is the first time he's gone on record about his frustrations in the realm of politics. He then says, it then says in the article that he's still thinking about seeking re-election for 2022 as senator, and he is asking for God's guidance to the situation. So for those of you who don't know about how this game of life works, you got to ask God for guidance. It helps you. But, Manny Pacquiao really wants to. It seems like he's fed up with politics. It seems like that Manny Pacquiao, with him being fed up with politics, you would be led to believe that if he's fed up with politics, that he'd want to focus more on boxing. And now look, I said in my last video I did about Manny Pacquiao, I said if he does retire, at this point in his career, until I see otherwise. If he retires, it's not because he's had this ridiculously sharp decline and he's just this trash fighter. It will literally just be because he's a senator. That's the only reason he would retire. So with that being said, a Manny Pacquiao who is focused, a Manny Pacquiao who is dedicating his life to boxing, a Manny Pacquiao with a point to prove, that is a top 5 welterweight. I don't care what you guys say, that is a top 5 welterweight, because you gotta look at. If we look at his last couple fights, okay, he fought Jeff Horn. And I know what you guys are saying, well, Jeff Horn, who's Jeff Horn? But Jeff Horn, a big, strong, physical welterweight. And I think, I'm not gonna say anything crazy like he's gonna beat Terrence Crawford or anything like that, because he's not. But you guys are gonna be very surprised. He's going to have some success against Terrence Crawford. He will have more success than people suspect against Terrence Crawford, and that will then lend credence to Manny Pacquiao in his fight with Jeff Horn. But I still think Terrence Crawford will beat him. That being said, Jeff Horn, strong, physical, younger, bigger, everything was in his favor, as far as, fighting at home, being bigger, being stronger, being younger. And Manny Pacquiao beat him. I think he beat him decisively enough to get a decision. Nearly stopped him in the latter parts of the fight. He still showed tremendous conditioning. In my opinion, I feel like ever since, pretty much the Marquez knockout, he's always shown and exhibited tremendous defense. I think you saw it in the Floyd fight. He showed some good defense. You saw it in the Jesse Vargas fight. I mean, people forget, man. Jesse Vargas. I'm not saying Jesse Vargas is not an A-level fighter, but Jesse Vargas was a guy that was coming off of a knockout win against Saddam Ali, who was once a highly touted prospect. He had a lot of confidence. Manny Pacquiao schooled Jesse Vargas. Fought Tim Bradley the third time. Tim Bradley was still one of the top guys in the weight class. Beat Tim Bradley more decisively the third time than in any one of the other fights. And he was coming with a lot of momentum after just beating Brandon Rios. So where I'm getting at here is, and actually, hold on, I'll even take it a step further. When he fought Floyd Mayweather, I know a lot of you guys are saying a lot of people thought Floyd won. I think Manny at least got a draw. I think people underrated the fact that he was able to find holes in the Philly shell defense. I think people underrate the fact that Manny Pacquiao in the Floyd fight, Floyd missed with so many right hands. Floyd looked like one of the worst versions of him. Floyd looked like one of the worst versions of himself, not because he didn't train hard, but because Manny Pacquiao's defensive skills that night were very on point, and that's why he missed so many damn right hands. People don't even talk about that. So what I'm saying is, Manny Pacquiao is still a fantastic fighter. He's still one of the best fighters in the weight class. It's literally just about how much of himself can he give to boxing, and when will father time really hit him, because his speed has declined, but he's still made up for it in other ways. So I don't know, man. I think his life is an interesting place, because there's obviously a lot on his plate, being at such a high position as senator of your country, a country that he loves dearly, in the Philippines. But I still know that Manny Pacquiao is a competitor. Manny Pacquiao is still probably believes that he's one of the best in boxing. He still loves boxing, I'm sure. Part of him does. And like I said, man, and who knows, man? I don't want to talk about finances, but maybe the man has money problems, like people say all the time. So I don't know, man. But if Manny Pacquiao decides tomorrow, if he decided tomorrow that, hey, I'm gonna come back to boxing, I'm gonna give 100% to the sport, I'd be behind him all the way, because that welterweight division would be way better with Manny Pacquiao. Boxing would be way better with Manny Pacquiao. For one, he's a big name. Two, he helps the sport grow. Three, he's still a great fighter. Four, he can still compete with anybody out there. Until I see otherwise, he can still compete with anybody out there. So, that being said, man, Manny Pacquiao, fed up with politics, praying for God's guidance. And let me tell you guys, not to get preachy, but if you don't know what the hell is going on in your life, ask God for some damn guidance, man. God will give you some guidance. But that's the news. Manny Pacquiao fed up with politics. Not saying that he's gonna make a return to boxing, but one will be led to believe that if he's fed up with politics, then maybe come back to boxing might be the next step for him. But who knows, man? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. Follow True School Sports on Instagram at True School Sports. And like I always say in every video, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dang It. So until next time, take care, guys.